Hey guys, welcome back. It's Dot. Hope you enjoyed that speed up. We haven't done one of those in a while. It's kind of boring work, and I didn't want to have to talk us through it while I did it. At the end of the speed up, I had gone around and dug up all the rock or the stone that were in areas that I had wanted to replace with the dirt. Then what you did not see was me going ahead and filling in those areas with the dirt. I haven't done anything else off camera with the exception of filling in that little cave that we had back there. I was actually inside the house trying to get some food. You can see I'm kind of hungry. And I was literally just about to take the food out of the chest, and I was automatically teleported elsewhere in my server here. And you may have remembered that when we had gone into that little tunnel, there was a little alcove with a pressure plate. And I didn't explain it on camera, and I'm still not going to explain it right now, but you can figure out that what it was a little teleport booth. And when I was finishing up fixing this hill, I had filled in the holes that I made, but because we had gone in a little bit, I ended up taking out a couple of torches. So I was thinking, oh man, there must have been a mob or something that had spawned inside of there and then eventually walked in, pressed onto the pressure plate, and my little teleport booth is specifically programmed to teleport just me to the destination I wanted to go to. So, I got a sword out and I busted my way back into the cave, ready to do battle with something, only to find that what had happened was it was a pig. A pig had fallen into one of the holes as I was digging and got lodged in there, and I had neglected to see him in there, and he evidently walked over there and stepped onto that as well. Well, you can see a lot of the work that I did. I put the dirt in because I wanted some time to pass so that hopefully grass would start to grow in again. And it looks pretty good like it did. It also snowed, so there are areas around that are snow covered. I took the fence away from around the tree farm, as well as getting rid of the wood band that was on the ground all the way around. We're going to need those supplies in a little while. Now over here, I didn't do much because I don't exactly want to lose, the way this looks. This is really pretty, and I kind of don't want to lose that. So this is why I kind of came way over here in the hopes that maybe we'll create the fence, maybe going behind this little hill. I flattened out back here so that we could kind of come out over this way. You'll also notice I took trees out of the tops of this area. That left this area over here that I haven't done anything with yet. My thought was to put the fence right along the top, right here, so that this whole hill would be a part of our base as well, in case we wanted to do something else in there. But I'm not, I'm not sure what to do in here, and I'm almost thinking of filling it in. And if you look right in here, I think if we were to just at this, where these yellow flowers are, just at this level, bring it straight over, and then taper off this hill, kind of like we did here. Taper it off that way. I don't want to lose this hill because of this guy's base back here. So actually what I'm considering is, since we're going to fill this huge gap in and taper off this hill, I may make this hill come over to about where these trees are, to kind of create another big hill separating him from us. I actually took a jaunt over because I wanted to see what we looked like from his area, because we can see that's his entire base. It's kind of small. It's just a little ring of wood that's got, oh my goodness, like 6 different entrances into an area that's maybe twice the size of this little cow paddock down here. So I got over there and I got looking, and really all we could see was this piece here, and because it had snowed, you could see this little bit of snow breaking into the green. So you could see, this green, the snow, and here, and that's all you could see. So that wasn't so bad. You'll also notice that I'm not in fancy graphics anymore. The longer we played in fancy graphics, the more I was saying, I just don't like the look of the fancy graphics. It is nice to finally have a computer that can actually kind of run it without having much of a slowdown. But I've been playing on what is this, fast graphics mode for so long. I've become used to the look of certain things. And really, to be honest, I don't think there's anything in fancy graphics that I actually like. I really don't like the fact that you can see through the leaves. I think that's a little strange. I think, if you were in a real world looking at a tree, oftentimes you're going to see a lot of shadow anyways, if it's a healthy tree. So I thought that was weird too. So that's as far as we got when we were doing our speed up. So now what I think we want to do is begin to look at the possibility for what we want this fence to look like. And there are some areas that we could actually put the fence in. I also was really running low into my dirt stores. Do you remember, this was all filled with dirt, and to fill all those holes off camera, I ended up digging into all this. This, I'll almost guarantee, is not going to be enough dirt to fill that one area. So actually, I think for now, what I'm going to do is offload the dirt, because we're not going to need that right now. And what I want to do is bring out a couple of things. I want to bring out the snow. We are not going to use blocks of spruce. We're going to use slabs of spruce. And over in this chest, you may have seen in the speed up, I had come in and offloaded a bunch of stuff that I happened to be holding to make room for some of the stuff that I was creating. Most of the new fence style is made of snow blocks and these slabs with a button at the doors, steel doors, and you'll notice I kept the doors that I used for the tree farm so that we could utilize them here as well. I just need some food before we get started. So I'm going to eat the food, then we'll get rid of the darkness, and we'll go outside and we'll take a look at our possibilities. I also noticed that as I was clearing, I worked through the night twice, and with the exception of one skeleton and one creeper that I had run into over there, I did. Oh, and there was a zombie, one zombie that I killed over there. That was actually while I was filling in with the dirt off camera. This area here. That was all the mobs I ran into in all that time of darkness. So I don't know. There's something definitely odd. I decided to square this off and fill in that little cave that was in there. So I don't know if we can see it through here. It's just the cobble wall that we originally had in there, and then this is just completely solid. So I want to see if I can come up the back side of this hill, because this will be an area that we can work on the fence. Now I got to thinking about the connectedness of this fence. This is an interesting piece here because it's a straight shot down there and it's a straight shot over here. In my other bases, I tried to make the fence totally connected all the way around. So whenever we needed to, deal with something like this, I had to terraform so that I could actually make that fence run straight up the hill. In this instance, I think we're going to make it so that that fence comes right to the edge. and then I'm not going to have to worry about doing it down here. We'll come down here where this ice is, and we'll make that fence come over and tie in over by our mine shaft over there. So I think to get started, the plan is to place 2 blocks of snow to create the pillar. And then when I was toying around in my creative world, I came upon the neat idea of every 4. Snow is quite plentiful around here. So we could actually get by with pillars that were this close. You know, if we were doing this out of wood, this would be incredibly resource intensive. But because we have access to that, I think we can get away with it. I was running tests with the snow. I actually ran a couple of tests. I had a nice flat area out here, and I was placing torches on the ground to see what would happen to the snow around it. And I'll leave this torch here, and we'll come back and look at it so you can kind of see the results of a piece of the test that I had run. Oops. Okay, so now we've got a down, and we'll handle the down in a minute. But if we come back over here, do you see here? All 3 of these, actually maybe even this one too, melted. So in my test, what I tried to do, and I'll actually put a block of snow right there. You can't do the other piece that I was toying around with, but you can do it in creative. I had gotten one of these pieces of snow, and I did 2 things. I had put a solid block of snow here. Then I took these layers and I layered them so that it was as thick as a half a slab, and I left that sitting there. And then next to it, I stacked up these things all the way up so they were as thick as a solid block of snow. And what I discovered was that a piece of flame, or a flame source, a heat source, would melt this snow and any kind of stacked version of this snow. But this block will sit here forever. It doesn't melt. So that's going to be awesome, because the end piece of this fence is to put a torch on the top of every one of these. So once you've got your pillars in, the fence looks very similar to what you saw around the tree farm. We start by putting half slabs along the top of the bottom block in between the columns. Okay? And like I said, this will be right at the edge so that no monsters can spawn on the other side, because you know there's nothing to stand on out there, so they can't spawn. Then we will create the lip that will keep spiders from being able to literally climb over our fence and kind of dive bomb us like those cave spiders were doing. So now we come over here, and then to create the lip, and actually I'm going to do something different too. I'm going to put one on this edge, because I'm not sure what's going to happen over here as far as letting the spiders in. So let's come over to this piece here. Okay, so now look, we cannot walk up here. Okay, the spiders are only 1 block high, so they can walk right up to this piece of wood, but they can't climb because they're going to hit this lip. And I tried to do the same thing here, because they can't come out here. There's nothing for them to stand on. So if I carry this lip around, that should stop a spider over here from being able to come out and over here. What we're going to have to do is to, right down at the bottom, do the same thing, because we don't want a spider to be able to be here and then jump and land on the top of the fence and come in. So to make that happen, I think what I might do, let's see, you know what, I might do something like this. Come out just enough, actually no, not this. Oh shoot, I think I'm going to waste these because they're going to fall. Do I have a, yeah I do. I don't want to do this. I want to make it so that there's a lip. and unfortunately I put these in the wrong place. So this one can come out too. I think what we'll do is this. I want to make a lip to keep the spiders from being able to do this. That's going to mean that, and I think I can try to get these back. Nope, I missed it. Okay. Whoa! Ooh! 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 I thought we were going to die. Actually, I'm surprised we didn't take more damage, but that wasn't too bad. All right, let's come up here and be a little safer. We'll do some creep. We'll do some creep. There we go. What's nice is I can get into creep and actually, you know, creep around, as it were. All right, let's come in here now, and we'll put the lip. This is on the outside. There we go. Okay, so if there was a spider that tried to get in over here, it can't climb. If it comes over here and comes down, that's fine, because over there we'll have the bottom part of the fence and they won't be able to do anything. Okay, so now I'm just going to come along here and we're going to finish this lip all the way down. Okay, right to there. All right, so here's what the outside of that fence looks like. Okay, and the only other thing we have to do is pop the torches in, and we're on the outside of the fence, so that's not going to be real easy, but I want to see if we can, yeah, maybe we can do this if we're good. There we go. These should be easier. Yeah. This will light the place up. It'll make it a little harder for the bad guys to spawn, because it'll be you know, kind of light over here too. Okay. All right. Look at this. This block of snow is still there. Now I think, yeah, that's going to be gone. So I'll take my torch back. All right. So now we've got a incline to deal with. And remember, I mentioned that it tends to work better if you've got 2 in instead of 1. And if we take a look at this one here, that's kind of at the top, this would continue out to here, right? This would continue out to here, but then you've got to come down 1. And what I had discovered, and I think I have, oh bummer, I wanted to keep a little bit of dirt on me. Let's do this. Let's just come over here for a minute. Let's get a little bit of dirt. Okay, that'll be fine. Let's see. Here we go. We'll put this here. Okay. You can use dirt to build off of. So if we come back over here and I put a piece of dirt, well, that's not going to work. Okay, we'll have to do it a different way. We'll put a piece of dirt here and here. There we go. I can drop it just like that. You see that? Okay. And then over here, it's similar. You just kind of build up. And this one, I gotta come back a little. I want to fall like this. Okay. And then we can get rid of the dirt. If you don't like the look of this, you can actually put another piece in here and here. I don't mind the look of that. I think it looks not too bad. There is this piece though. Look at this. See? If you want to keep to too high, you've got another problem. You want the lip to be right here. Okay? Because look, these guys are at the top too. Okay? So if you have this lip right here, then you have that gradual piece that comes in. Again, if you didn't like the look of that, you could put another half slab here and then put another half slab here. I don't like that because then you lose the openings. You know, I like the look of the openings. You see that? Okay, so now that we know the idea, it gets a little easier because you can just build in your pieces like this, and then come back and fill it in. So if we pop that in like this, watch, put these in where they're supposed to go. Okay, we'll put those in where they're supposed to go. Okay, the only piece missing now is this piece that's got to come in the middle. And again, this is where the dirt comes in handy. Okay, and then you can go through and get rid of the dirt. I'm purposely working through the night to show you what I was talking about. You would think, especially on hard, you would think we would be getting attacked like crazy, and it's just not happening. It's the weirdest thing. And the other nice thing is I want to be able to show you what this thing looks like at night. So we will do this. This method also, see, I thought I saw the blue of a zombie, but I didn't. Okay, and then if you just stay up here, you can actually get rid of the dirt like that. And then this, this is going to be tough because we're right on the edge. But if it's there, sometimes you can come in and get it. Yeah, like this guy here. See, boom. Okay. All right. So now we've got a little bit of a flat, and so we're going to come back to the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Place your pillar. 1, 2, 3, 4. Place your pillar. Okay. All right, I wasn't sure what the sizing was going to be here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we are going to have to come a little bit farther in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then our pillar actually needs to go here. Okay, because I want it to go and then come this way, and then this we'll have to shave off some more to give us the protection we're going to need. But we'll fill in the gaps here. Create our lip. And we'll put in our light sources. When I'm doing one of these fences, just for safety reasons for the beginning, I don't do the doors. The doors can come later. Okay. All right, now, like I said, this isn't going to work because look, boom, and then the bad guys can come in. So, here, no matter where you go, even if it's, like it's impossible to do going down or going uphill, but look, you see, no matter how much you try, you can't jump up there. Okay. If I remember, do I still have? Yes. You might have saw in the speed up I created a enchanted shovel that I had 7 XP. Alright, this is going to be good because I'm going to need the dirt. And then because this hill, I don't want to lose this hill, but I don't need it to be stepped in by 2 like I had done earlier. So for this hill, I'm going to step it in 1. And then any of the wood that's here, we'll just add to our coffers for wood that we'll need. Okay, I'll come back and fill this in and get rid of the trees off camera because you don't need to see that. But just so you get an idea of what I'm talking about here. Okay. And do this. I will take these 2 out so you at least can see what I'm talking about. Okay, we'll put some dirt there. We'll put some dirt there. Okay, so you see this? Okay. This style, again, no matter what they do, no matter how, you're definitely not going to do it here. If you come up one step, even with a running start, they're not getting it. It's 4 away from the pillar. Remember I had said that. 4 away will keep the bad guys from being able to come in and get you in that regard. Okay. All right. So I'll need to get rid of these trees. This tree here can stay. This tree and this tree I'll get rid of. These I will have to get rid of because I'll need to flatten out this area in here, because we are going to need to do that over here for our fence. Actually, I think that'll be good. I'll just make it so that it's, like this area here, just stepped up. Once these trees are gone, that'll be easy. Okay. So again, we've got a corner here, so we'll come in here and we'll do the same thing. We'll count out 4 in between, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll place 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll place. Now, I think I don't want to get too much closer. Let's just see how close that would be. 1, 2, 3, 4, there. That would be, actually, you know what? That's not too bad. That's not too bad because the fence isn't coming out this way. It's coming, the other way. All right, I have to come around over here and see if I can get this right around. There we go. We want that to be able to wrap around to, again, keep the spiders out. Okay, and that'll keep us up. There we go. And for now, that'll be all we'll have to do there. All right, so then we will pop our bottom in, and we got a great start here. Now, again, did you notice it's almost daylight? Did we get attacked? Did we even see a mob? Something is strange. Okay, look, now we're on the inside of the base wall. Here's the protection. So, over here where the level is exactly the same, this is the mob's eye level. I did do some research to find out that, remember I had made the comment that creepers you had to be careful of? Well, according to the wiki, the creeper has to be a block away before he can start to sizzle. But look at this. Here's the block. He would have to be sitting right under this, which he can't do. He's actually here. So you could be right there, and that creeper could be right up on top of you. And you could just sit here, bang, 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 taking, pot shot little punches at him, and nothing bad will happen. You see that? Okay, so if we come down here, we can get an idea of what this thing looks like. We're almost out of time in this episode. You see that? I love the look of the snow. Originally, my plan, was to have us go into the Nether and get a whole bunch of quartz and make it out of quartz because I thought it would blend in with the snow. And again, that was because I was thinking that with the torches, it would melt the snow. I had toyed around with putting them on top of the tower, on top of the pillar, on the side, putting them here. But then again, it would be too close to the snow to do it. Then I was thinking, oh man, I'm going to have to put them out here somewhere. And I'm like, that's not going to look good. But when I found out that it doesn't seem to affect the snow, I got to thinking, well, there we go. I mean, that, that right there is going to be all we need to do. Okay. All right. We got a couple minutes, so let's just tackle. This was an outer corner here. Okay. Now over here we've got an inner corner. All right. So we'll come back here. We don't have a lot of the slabs left on us, but we'll have enough to do a couple. 1, 2, 3, 4. Place. 1, 2, 3, 4, place. Now look at this. Perfect. One away from another hill heading up. Did you notice? 2, 2, 2. Okay. So just like we did over there. Okay, let's talk the outside. This time around, we don't need this one because this one's going to be out here. You see? So our pillar is like that. Okay? And then you got to remember to put this in. You know, if, again, this outside one is so the spiders can't come up. Spiders are the only one that's a block high. If we didn't have to worry about spiders, you wouldn't even need this one because the 2 high mobs can't get in with this guy here. Okay? All right, I'm out of slabs, so I can't even continue through here. I'll have to go back and get some more. But you can kind of see what we'll do. Okay? All right. I don't know what I want to do here. I think what we'll do is a couple of things. This area here is kind of choppy. So I think what I'll do is use a similar, 2 stepped up to this area straight across. I think that'll look good. And I'll do that off camera. I'll just, bring in some more dirt there. You also may have noticed in the speed up that I shaved off this wall. Well, I didn't know we were so close to the actual base. So now I'm not sure I'm loving this. So I may add the dirt back in here. And now that we will have a little bit more room over here, especially over here, we could always move this if we needed to. Okay, so we have that possibility. But I think in our next episode, we'll stay away from the fence because now that you kind of understand what's going on, we don't have to do this all the way around. Unless there's another difficult area that we might have to deal with. Going up a slope, as long as it's too high, is the exact same thing. Okay. I don't know if there's any more. I will off camera build the fence, and if I come to an area that's tough, I'll stop. But I think maybe in our next episode, what we'll do is we'll work over on this area here to figure out what we want this piece here. How do we want this to look? It almost looks like a big hand kind of gouged it out or something. But we'll have to toy around and see what our options are. And we are going to need some more dirt. So, we'll have some plans for that as well. Okay, I'm going to grab this egg and I'm going to try throwing it in. See if we can another chicken. Nope, didn't work. Okay, well, we're at 33 minutes, so I'm going to stop this episode here. All right? And I hope to see you in our next episode. All right? Okay, take care. Bye-bye.